You're listening to Nonsense News Nation, your news with comedic twists, only on WGBB AM 1240 radio. My name is Brandon Scott Ellis, Hebrew name Shmuel Melech.
I am Scott Jared Honickman. I don't know my Hebrew name. And coming up in just a few minutes.
COVID isn't the only thing attacking the elderly. Now we have cows. The real-life Pokemon battle ensues, involving two middle-aged men. Wow.
Movies are back, and they're much cheaper than your Netflix subscriptions. And the last remaining Blockbuster is doing something very special very soon. And all of this is coming up, and much, much more is coming up, only on Nonsense News Nation.
Your news
Welcome back.
with a comedic twist. I'm not done.
You're not
only
done?
on WGBB.
Okay, Brandon, I'll let you go.
Oh my God. Can I just say I'm so glad you're alive, Scott, with this pandemic. It's been how many months since we've been here?
This is the first time me and Brandon have spoke since the world ended. Yeah,
I didn't know you could speak. Maybe you had the corona or something.
No, I have not been sick.
I'm thankful. I'm glad you're okay. We also have Ben Schwartz here. Also happens to be the same name of the voice actor of Sonic the Hedgehog. Could
Not
you
the
believe
same
it?
person,
Not
yeah.
the same person. We always have to specify every single time. Ben.
What?
I'd like to personally thank you. For anyone who doesn't know, a lot of people don't know, he does all the thumbnails for all of our podcasts or radio shows. So, because we're giving thanks, I want to give some thanks right now to this boy right here.
Thank you very much, Ben.
If you'd like to give a shout out to your own work, Ben, please do right now.
Yeah, you can follow me at s_narf at Instagram, and you can email me at benjamin.hschwartz1121100 at gmail.com if you ever need any graphic design work.
And social security number, just in case, for the
routing
fans.
number to your bank also.
All right, so for anyone, it's been so long, you don't know what the show is. I barely even remember right now, but from what I can remember, what we used to do, we tell news in a funny way. We find the most ridiculous stories, and we have some fun. We have a good time, Scott. Do you remember that?
It's been so long, but actually it hasn't been that long, because while we haven't been in the studio here at WGBB, we have been continuing our show on YouTube, but we're very,
and
very
Spotify,
happy.
iHeartRadio. Okay, let's forget about that stuff. YouTube all the way.
YouTube.
SoundCloud as well.
Anyway.
I haven't been in the loop that much, but we're back and we're happy to be back.
So without further ado, could I have your blessing to go with the first story? Is that okay?
You have my blessing, and the bris is after this.
The bris,
Get
wow,
a
a
blessing
second
and a
bris,
half.
it's gonna hurt. All right, anyway, so let's go to our very first story. All right, this involves an elderly couple, and whenever you hear elderly couple in this day and age of 2020, you think, oh my God, Corona. No, they're okay with that. There's something else that may be a lot worse.
What
if you
is
could
that?
believe that. I'll explain.
I'm so eager.
So they went on a little hike in Lynch Canyon Regional Parks. It's nice, a good tourist attraction in
Doesn't sound
California.
like- oh my God.
When going to a national park, it's best to be safe because sometimes there may be some wolves, bears, mountain lions, and
Some big blue houses too.
Some bears in the big blue houses,
Bears in the
and
big blue
you got to be
house.
careful because some of these animals are very ravenous, and they live there. I'm sure they were looking out for it, and they were safe, and that was good. But there was something they didn't account for, and that is a cow.
Moo.
The cow wanted them to move over, and they're old, so it's kind of hard for them to move. So that didn't end well. So anyway, perhaps seeing a McDonald's receipt in one of their pockets, the cow and her calf perceived the two as threats and got all Kung Fu Panda on them and prepped for their utter defeat.
Good pun, Brandon.
Thank you. So now the prey becomes the predator in this scenario.
Not Hanson versus Predator.
No. So the cow chased the two like the coyote to the Roadrunner in a Looney Tunes cartoon. It was kind of hilarious, except for the fact that they're elderly. They can't really defend themselves.
They can't really run that fast either.
No,
Bones are brittle too.
but they got a mean kick with their crutches.
Like
Like Herschel Green from The Walking Dead. So this wacky race caused the two old geezers to fall and not get up. Uh-oh.
No life
Oh, no.
alert this time.
But lucky for them, Scott. Lucky for them, Ben. Life alert was on the way in the form of something a little different. A highway police helicopter. Could you imagine, like, Grandma falls? She presses the button 10 minutes later. A helicopter breaks through the window.
and just like pulls it
SWAT
out.
team comes and carries
Helicopter
Grandma.
from Cars.
That's kind of what happened.
That's the cows.
Usually they're looking out at bird watching or something, that helicopter. and they happen to see a cow attacking an elderly couple, and they're like, oh, I better do something. So the pilot rang the sirens of the helicopter and freaked the cow out like it had a field trip to the slaughterhouse or something. It really freaked it out. Probably the sounds of the slaughterhouse gave it some PTSD. So the two were taken to an ambulance and were treated for their injuries. So they're okay, and hopefully in the hospital they didn't get another life-threatening disease that is prominent in 2020.
I have a couple of questions about the story, but I'll let Ben go first if he has any questions.
Were the cows arrested?
Were the cows arrested? In Cowland, there isn't really a prison for them, it's just a slaughterhouse, so yes.
They were made into
Veal?
juicy, delicious burgers.
they got burgers at the hospital from the cow and the little calf for veal.
Oh, that's terrible.
No. I'm sure the cows were spared. They just probably got a heart attack later on.
I must
They are
know,
now a Big Mac.
what injuries exactly did the elderly couple have? What did the cow exactly do to them?
I don't know, but I heard they went vegans very soon after.
The impossible.
So
Integrity
anyway,
burger.
I got some more cow news right now.
You're telling me you have
There is
not
even
one,
more
but
cow
two
news.
cow stories?
Holy cow, I know, right?
Is Barnyard your favorite movie, Brandon?
Yes, and Back at the Barnyard is my favorite show.
Attaboy.
Wild Mike.
Right? Wait, our engineer prefers that show. Respect. Anyway,
funny show.
we have an important scientific discovery. Scientists, unfortunately, they haven't come up with a cure for the coronavirus. But in better news, this may be bigger than a vaccine. Scientists have discovered a way to protect livestock from natural predators. Can you believe it?
And what is this
What is
way?
that?
Can I get a drum roll, please? All right, stop.
Table will have
My
to be
ears. By painting eyes on their butts, on their backsides, predators won't be motivated to sneak up behind them if they feel they're being watched. I feel like if the cows just had their butts painted, they wouldn't have bothered the elderly people. Or maybe the elderly people should have painted their butts with eyes, and the cow would have thought that, like, I don't know.
If you want to be double safe, you can paint the butt to look like the Joker, and no one will definitely go near that.
Well, a lot of 12-year-olds that go to Hot Topic would definitely go near that, so
Be
I warn you.
negative.
So anyway, that was a great story, but I have another story. It doesn't relate to cows. So
Brandon's on a roll today.
I am on a roll. I'm rocking and
Let's
rolling.
move along.
We're done with cows. We're done with cows. Stop. I'm vegetarian now. Stop. Anyway, we're done with animals. We're going straight to fictional animals. Pokemon. Pokemen. Or Pokewoman if you're a feminist.
Thought I was on Nonsense
Respect.
News, not the Animal Planet.
Okay, so you grew up with Pokemon, right? Both of you?
Kind of.
I've played almost all the games.
Not
Have you played Pokemon Go? It's a phone game
I have.
where you get to catch Pokemon in real life, or you pretend to.
Now I remember the story that you're about to tell.
Right. So let me explain. So this involves Pokemon Go.
People are still playing that?
I don't know, Ben. This may be an old story I found from 2016, or it may be a recent one. People may still be
Continue on,
playing.
Brendan. I'm interested.
I'm interested too. That's why I'm going to continue reading whatever I wrote. A 56-year-old Pokemon trainer, yes, they're not 10 anymore, they're 56, lost his Pokemarbles and assaulted a 55-year-old trainer. So this is a thing. Like, you know in the Pokemon anime, how like once you're 10, you get to move out
Yeah.
and you get to explore the
Professor
Pokemon
Oak
region.
gives you a choice of 3 Pokemon.
Right, and in the Pokemon lore, for those unacquainted, if you're 10 years old, you get bar mitzvahed, you become a man, and you go out and beat other Pokemon animals up with other Pokemon animals. And it's cool. But now, in 2020, it's just middle-aged men.
And was there a fight that broke out?
A Pokemon battle. It's as legit as it comes. So no Pokemon were required for this battle, just two middle-aged men and their lust for more Pokemon and Pokeballs. So the 55-year-old was sitting comfortably in his car when the 56-year-old grabbed him by the chest. Mind you, he was outside of the car, and he damaged his side view mirror by kicking it.
Mira, Peter.
Mirror. His mirror. Peter. So the fight broke out because both men were competing for control over the same gym in Pokemon Go. Could you explain what a gym is, Ben? You seem pretty
my
swole.
general knowledge of Pokemon, a gym is a location in which a Pokemon trainer rules that area. So, like in like an ancient kingdom. It's like two kings fighting for control of their land. But instead of two kings, it's
You got two middle-aged men who
fighting
still
over virtual base.
who play a game that was only relevant in 2016
Exactly.
and is taking up space on their phones. They had to get rid of all the pictures of their families to have space for Pokemon Go.
That's the only app on their phone.
That's the only app. Yeah, they can't even call up their cell phones anymore. It's just the Pokemon Go
It's just the Pokemon Go
emulator
machine.
at this point. Yeah.
I've said it before, but the first 3 weeks of Pokemon Go was the closest we'll ever come to world peace. It is the closest.
But now it brought war. It
And-
was only good for 3 weeks.
2020 is a cursed year.
It's more like a curse than a blessing.
You bring
It was a blessing
the
at
greatest
first.
source of peace.
Yes.
And 2020 brings
It's a
war
curse
to it.
disguised
It's
as a
terrible.
blessing.
Just like Ash and Gary in the Pokemon anime, these two trainers have a long history and a heated rivalry. Both admitted, probably by the police when they were questioned, to know each other for years because of the game. So probably in 2016 when world peace happened for 3 weeks, they met each other. They're like, oh, I'm Team Mystic. No, I'm Team Mystic. I love you. Let's make out. And they had like a great time. But 2020 happened and the coronavirus went to their head. I don't know.
It's a long time
So
rivalry.
it's kind of crazy how they were friends, they met each other, and then they became enemies because of this game. 4 years in the making.
It's
It's
like
a
a real-life
rivalry.
anime.
Yeah, middle-aged and anime.
Usually it's a high schooler and it's a protagonist in anime, but you know what? Times are changing.
Shindinaku.
So anyway,
years later.
Scott, I'm done. I'm going to take a breath, but not too much of a breath because of COVID. And you're going to give us our next third story, if you will. Please
Brandon,
go ahead.
while you finish, I am just beginning. I'm going to go into my stories here. I've got two doozies. During this grueling quarantine, many of us have been dying, some of us literally, to get out of the house. While parks and beaches have remained open for the most part these past few months, most indoor activities have halted. Here at Nonsense News Nation, one of our favorite things to do was to see a movie at a movie theater. Remember those things? Remember back when?
What's a
we could
movie?
go?
Huh?
I know what a theater is. I don't remember what a movie is.
Movie? What's that?
MOVIE movie. Those
is
things you watch. Sometimes you go into a place and you sit down to
Going
watch
into
it.
a place to watch
Wouldn't you
I
get
know.
COVID from that?
something?
Well, that's not stopping a certain movie company. Well, we're happy to say that it looks like movie theaters are going to be slowly reopening soon. On August 20th, the popular movie theater chain AMC will be the first brave enough to take the risk. They'll be opening 100 theaters in cities like Dallas, Miami, but none on Long Island
I'm okay.
or in New York.
That's fine.
I still got my Netflix account. I'm cool. It's all right.
But you
I
might,
still have to finish One Piece.
when I continue my story, you might be a little upset that they're not going to be opening a movie theater, and you'll find out very soon why. So I guess we'll have to stick with Disney Plus for now, since they're not coming to Long Island. But get this, you guys. AMC is celebrating their 100-year anniversary this year, and that just beats WGBB by a few years.
We're getting there, guys. We're getting there.
Almost 100 for WGBB.
I've been doing this for 95 years.
But
All
AMC, to celebrate their 100-year anniversary, all movie tickets will be 15 cents. 15 cents. The same exact price of movie tickets when they first opened in
Scott,
1920.
I can't. I gave all my dimes and all my nickels to that homeless
Yes.
guy on the street.
Well, look between your couch cushions. Maybe you can find a couple
yeah, you
more.
could definitely find a movie ticket or two in there.
Exactly.
If not, I'll give you a movie ticket.
Now, you guys, hold on a second,
Oh.
because this sounds too amazing to be true. Tickets, there's a catch here. Tickets at AMC will only be 15 cents on August 20th. Only on that day. And if you're living near one of the 100 select movie theaters that are opening that day, then good luck. But unfortunately, like for Nonsense News Nation, we're not going to be able to enjoy a movie for 15 cents.
We could watch a movie for free.
Well, we'd have to
'Cause
pay
we
for
have
the
Disney
subscription.
Plus.
No, Disney Plus is not free,
But it's free now because we already paid for it.
but you paid for it at some point.
But right at this very second, I could watch a movie.
Guys,
Yeah,
guys,
because you
guys,
paid for it.
Why don't we just pirate it?
Thank you, Ben. I'm gonna torrent all my
Oh,
stuff.
Pirates of the Caribbean. That's
Yeah,
a great movie to see,
exactly.
Ben.
Just let's go see Pirates of the Caribbean.
Which
guys.
one? There's 10.
The second one.
I prefer the 7th one, where they
still
cross
a
over
fan
with
of-
Family Guy.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Remember when
They cross over with One
Is
Piece.
that
Remember
the
when
sa-
Jack
is that
Sparrow
same
joins the
universe as Star
family?
Wars one?
and he adopts Brian? Remember that one
I don't
time?
recollect this
And
episode.
Stewie has to fight Blackbeard.
You know what? I don't recollect this. at
That was
all.
a great movie. I can't believe
I
Disney
think you're
made
making
it.
this up. Right?
Ever
many-
since Fox No, Disney acquired Fox, so now they can cross over Family Guy with Pirates of the Caribbean.
And American Dad.
That already happened.
Anyway, that's just another story for another day. I have more news about.
The Pirates of
I have more
Caribbean.
news, excuse me, about the
You're
AMC
excused.
opening.
Okay.
So if you're lucky enough to live near one of the theaters opening,
If
on
you're lucky enough
August
to
20th,
live.
if you're lucky,
If you're lucky enough to be alive.
you'd be really lucky. There are 4 movies that will be playing on August 20th at AMC: Black Panther, Back to the Future, Grease, and the original Ghostbusters.
Can I say something? So, there was like a special
wonder
like
the tickets
drive-in
are
movie event in Levittown, and I was gonna go with my girlfriend to see Grease, and it was like the projector was the size of like a DSi or a Game Boy.
DSi.
So like there was no room. She'd rented I think on Amazon or something Grease, but it turns out it was like the sing-along version. So there was all these crazy animations like you'd find from like a stupid YouTube video by an 11-year-old all over, so you couldn't see Sandy or Danny.
Was it also Nightcore? The Nightcore version of the
It
Grease
could
song?
have been because
You mean the
it sounded like
Chipmunk version?
it sounded like the Kids Bop version. So like whenever your favorite Grease song would come on, you'd hear these kids belting out, "How we devoted to you," and like by the time we went to Beauty School Dropout, we had to turn it off.
I'd like to actually tell a little bit of a story about AMC.
Okay.
So, in my town, or like the town next to my town, they just finished building an AMC. They just finished right before the pandemic. It's big, it's beautiful, and I feel so bad because I don't think that's going to be one of the AMC theaters even opening on August 20th. They just finished, and now they're not getting any business at
So
all.
to support that AMC, ladies and gentlemen, please throw all the dimes and nickels you can, all your 15 cents at that theater.
And go see
maybe,
Grease.
if you wish, really hard, and throw your dime and nickel at that theater. Maybe it will come to life like Frosty the Snowman or something. Just, you have to believe.
You have to
You
keep
have to
it.
believe in the
You have to have the
AMC.
power of friendship.
You have to do Bloody Mary in the mirror, spin around 3 times, but instead of saying Bloody Mary, say AMC.
You know what bothers me about AMC?
AMC.
It should be called ABC.
That's easier to
You know what
remember.
comes in between A and C? B. Where did M come from?
I don't know,
But
maybe.
ABC's already a network. It's already been taken. That's why they had.
By the alphabet.
You cannot
Like the
You
channel
cannot
is-
trademark the alphabet.
is an ABS.
Anyway, Scott, one more story?
I have one more story.
We got the last story, ladies and gents, kids and cadets. Story number 4. Scott's going to take it away, and we're going to listen.
So keep your mouths shut. Excuse me. I am going to happily stick with the movie theme I have going. So, and speaking of movies, do you guys remember a little movie chain called Blockbuster?
Do.
You do remember
I
Blockbuster?
love
Buster.
Blockbuster.
Listen, Buster, I got some blocks to bust.
They busted my block, yeah.
What
It
does
was
that
very
mean?
violent. My
Did you
They
call the
busted my
police?
block with
My-
Lego Harry Potter.
my grandma didn't make it that day.
Oh my god.
Thanks for reminding me of that instance.
I'm glad I did because I have more to say.
Hey, I made a viral video out of it. It was awesome.
Well, I have some exciting Blockbuster news to share with you in the year 2020.
What, their ghost haunted you? Like, what's to
No,
say?
we have said this before in the show, I believe, but there is only one Blockbuster left in the entire world, and it's in a small town called Bend, Oregon. Usually, this Blockbuster around this time of year would be thriving with business from regular customers and tourists alike, but obviously, due to the pandemic, foot traffic has really slowed down at this Blockbuster. Employees of this Blockbuster love their job so much with a passion that they came up with a really awesome and neat idea to help keep the business afloat. So what they did was they've turned part of the store, into a complete 90s themed living room setting. What does that mean? Well, I'll tell you what that means. There's
I forgot to ask.
There's a
What does it mean,
No.
Scott?
Huh?
So in this Blockbuster, they have a king-sized bed with 90s pattern, like a spreadsheet stuff. You know what I'm talking about? It has like the colored triangles on it, like
It's
the 90s
kingly.
print. Kind of reminds me of Ben's shorts, almost.
So,
Same kind
hey,
of
eyes
print.
up here, buddy.
My
Don't look at his
shorts
shorts.
on the
I've been
We
staring
could
at
file
it
a
this whole
sexual
time.
harassment claim right here, right now. Look at his eyes, not down there.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
That was so
Very
inappropriate, Scott.
inappropriate.
I'm
I
so
forgot to
I'm so
consent.
ashamed of you.
All right, I'm leaving the show. Goodbye, guys. But I'm back. So, as I was saying, the king-size bed with the 90s themed pattern sheets. There are 2 lamps on either side of the bed, a gigantic old-fashioned tube television set, and a VCR player with a huge selection of movies. So starting on August 17th, 2 days from recording this podcast, the Blockbuster will be listed on the app Airbnb.
Airbnb. In the big blue
Spend
house.
the night in the big blue house. Blockbuster will be listed on the Airbnb app, meaning that you and up to 3 other people could spend a night inside of the Blockbuster watching movies and who knows what else if you bring your
you're
girlfriend.
telling us oh my god. So you're telling us we can spend a night in a haunted house with
Pretty
ghosts?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm telling you. If you believe the Blockbuster to be haunted.
You're gonna have
It's
a bunch of
it's
ghosts
dead,
and a lot
so it
of
is
fun
haunted.
movies.
It's dead. So no, but it's the only living Blockbuster. So
It's on life support.
if you do sign up, you can only, first of all, you can only sign up to do this if you live in the same county as the Blockbuster. And from September 18th to September 20th, you could potentially be staying inside of the Blockbuster. And you could have a very awesome time with friends if you do that.
If you do have friends, you never know.
Like I said, only 3 days, and you can only do it if you live in that same county.
Oh,
That's all I
very-
have, Brandon.
That's all. Is that it?
Well, there was actually one bonus story that didn't make the cut. I'll just tell you the headline. Basically, I found this one story I thought about talking about, but it was basically in Mexico. It took place in Mexico. This woman was with her boyfriend or her husband walking along like a beautiful state park or something, ecological center, and all of a sudden a bear tried to attack her. And then the park officials castrated the bear.
That's horrible.
Oh no.
It was
It's so
pretty
bad.
horrible.
Hey, at least it wasn't a cow. That would have been a lot worse.
You take
Yeah.
out the cow's udders.
The bear
A
would
cow
have been a
castration, yeah.
The bear would have been so mad he would have built his own big blue house.
I wonder what a bear
Right.
burger tastes
I
like.
think that's all the time we have.
Yeah,
you guys.
it was so much fun. Ben, thank you for coming.
Anytime.
Scott,
Ben, we love
thank
you
you
very
for
much,
staying
buddy.
alive.
Thank
Brian,
you.
our engineer, thank you. I'm
you,
so
Brian.
grateful. I love
Big
this station.
grateful.
We'll be back next month. I look forward to that. We'll be on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We'll keep you posted on the next date. If you want to hear more from us, I sure hope you do. We're on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube. You said that, right? Anchor,
course.
SoundCloud. We have a website too, nonsensenewsnation.com. And if you want to contact us personally and give us the latest cow sightings, because, wow, freaks me out. You can contact us at nonsensenewsradio@gmail.com. That is nonsensenewsradio@gmail.com. Once again, I've been Brandon Ellis.
I've been Scott Honigman.
And I've been Ben Schwartz.
And this was Nonsense News Nation, your news with comedic twist, only on WGBB
And YouTube.
AM 1240 radio and YouTube. Yeah.
We love you guys. Thanks for
We're on
listening.
Peace and
YouTube.
love.
Peace.